Two of the most difficult things to pull off in a video game successfully are gameplay and humor. Because in order to have a humorous video game, both have to succeed. You can't have a funny game with horrible gameplay because nobody will care about the humor if the gameplay sucks, and you can't have a game with good gameplay trying to be funny that isn't funny because then it just sucks. Mutant League Football does not suck. Quite the opposite, in fact. This game rocks. Mutant League Football is a true classic, a very popular game, and one of the few memorable ones out there that pulls off humor and outstanding gameplay. But this is like a chili dog compared to a hot dog. The underlying meal is the already successful, well-made, and popular Madden series. Even as far back as 1993, Madden was already one of the most well-made, playable, and enjoyable football games out there. It had a simple, understandable menu structure, and for an old-school game console, the passing was quite good. And for those of you who haven't tried to play football games prior to 1990, that was not normal back then. While football video games came a long way on the NES, they were just terrible prior to that. Games like Madden and the popular Tecmo Bowl were fun, playable football games that actually felt like football and not some kind of combination of hockey, soccer, and baseball. Mutant League Football is nothing more than a fresh coat of entertaining paint on top of the old Madden series on the Genesis, but that's why it's good. It's funny without trying too hard to be funny. It's funny because it is. You're playing with mutants and skeletons, aliens and monsters. You can fall off the side of the field and drop off into space. You could be exploded into a fire pit. Since 1993, this concept has been emulated. I've previously reviewed Blood Bowl, but Mutant League Football has the Madden playability. And for those of you who play Madden games today, I don't think this will be unfamiliar to you. I'm personally more familiar with John Madden Football from 1990 on the Genesis, and when I sat down to play this one, it was like the same thing with laughs. So a huge thank you to Jeff in Tennessee for this donation. It's one I've heard a lot about, but I don't play that many football games, and I'm glad I finally got to spend time with Mutant League Football. Many of you either weren't around then or missed this game back when it was new. It can be easily found these days used online for just a couple bucks. It's terrific fun and still very, very similar to the Madden games today. The real tragedy here is that since the market as a whole demands ultra-violence, graphics, and super high production value, that humor doesn't get the same treatment in video games. Just imagine if Mutant League Football was remade with the same production value as Madden 11. It would be incredible. But would it sell?